Hello, 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 hello. So welcome to another episode today of Taste Your Thoughts. So today I want to talk about unforgiveness. When that line is crossed, and is it hard to forgive? Pretty heavy, I know. So the definition of unforgiveness is the inability or unwillingness to forgive someone who has wronged you, or the state of being unforgiving. Now, have we all had someone cross us before? Maybe the same person crossed you one too many times, or different people have screwed you over on multiple occasions that you can't even keep count anymore. Yes, I totally understand, because honey, I can put my hand up on that one on multiple occasions, okay? So what leads up to unforgiveness? I got the perfect example. Someone you let into your life. You let those walls down, you let your guard down, and personally, you gave all of yourself to them. Whether it was your money, your time, your resources, your friendship, advice, or all the above. Sometimes, you let people know your story, and yet they choose to let history repeat itself by doing you the same exact way. The one who knew you, but now they added on to the pain. It's devastating, it's hurtful, and it sucks really bad. Now, baby, they say a broken ankle is painful, which that has happened to me. I done sprained the left one and then broke the right one. True story. But honey, a broken bone, try comparing that to a broken heart, broken trust. You not being able to look at that person again, or let alone mention their name without remembering the pain. I think for me, which makes it so painful, is that, bruh, you knew my story. I broke all my rules for you, whether it was a friendship, an intimate relationship with a significant other, the coworker who screwed you out of an opportunity, like all the above. Like, I let you in. You knew where I came from. You knew my pain, my struggle, my triumphs, my failures. And yet you want to add on to the grief. It's a damn shame. So with all that being said, can you really forgive someone and let it be? I'm going to tell you like this. It is extremely painful process to forgive sometimes, especially depending on how deep-rooted it can be. But I do want to tell you something. It is possible. Now, y'all can look at me and say, Taisha, you don't know what they did to me. It hurt me to my core. I can't look at people the same. My mind is all jacked up. They robbed me out of my joy, my peace, my happiness. Nah, boo. They didn't do you like that. The enemy did you like that. I always say in a lot of my videos is that God got people who are down for him, that walk this earth, that are there for you in your life. People that are good-spirited, good-hearted, that really genuinely have your back. That's sis, that's bruh. That's, my sister got me, or my brother got me, my grandmother got me. That they're good, and they're good for you, and they're good to you. They're good for your soul. But just like how you got people that be walking around for God, there is people that be walking around for the devil, honey. And they come to get the best of you. They want to weaken your voice. They want to weaken you, period. Because whether you realize it or not, God gave you so much life, power, potential. You were equipped with everything to win. But the devil wants you to lose. So anything that he can do to knock you off your game, he will do his best to do so. Trust and believe and receive that. Now, I know what y'all thinking. Y'all just like, Taisha, you talking good, but you ain't been through nothing. Shit. I beg to differ. All my videos I've done have been my own trial and errors and my growth in life. The hardest thing I ever had to do, besides losing my mother, was to forgive. But forgiveness, what people fail to realize in this real talk, forgiveness is not for the person who's done you wrong. It's for you. You know, because can you truly let go of the hurt and the pain? Yes, you can. And once you do, you can really move forward with your life without anything holding you back. So I'm going to tell y'all a little something. I'm 32 years old, right? It took me 25 years to forgive a man who used to watch me take baths. Then it escalated to him touching me. Any chance basically he could get. Then one night, I was 7 years old. He was high. We later found out that he used to do cocaine, which we didn't know that he did until after the fact everything was said and done. But everybody was asleep, and he thought I was sleeping. And because me and my sisters shared the same room, but we always slept in twin beds, you know. So he decided to pull me down by my ankles to the end of the bed, and he took off my underwear. So just when he was about to take my innocence away, something told me to wake up. I feel like there was nothing but God. And I woke up. And he immediately went cold. Like, I guess I finally, after everything I've done to her, I guess I finally took it too far. And then he proceeded to back away. And he backed out so slowly out the room. And he kept saying, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And I'm 7 years old. And I still have my underwear around my ankles, but I'm standing up because I got up out the bed. And I kept telling him, "It's okay. It's okay." And I pulled my underwear up and I laid down thinking to myself, I'm not really understanding what just happened. What was he going to do? But after that night, for years, I couldn't be around a man because I was so scared and I was petrified. The only man I ever felt comfortable around was my father. But any other man, a boy, whoever, if he got close to me or even spoke to me, I couldn't do it. I remember when I had a big sister from the Big Sister Big Brother program, and she had a husband named Peter. He was such a nice man. But I was so afraid to be around him because I'm just like, is he gonna do the same thing to me? I don't know. So as a result of that happening, I started wearing baggy clothes to hide my body. But because me wearing these baggy, boyish, and funny looking clothes, unfortunately, it made me stick out, but for all the wrong, like awkward reasons. So I got bullied and made fun of a lot. Not just because of what I looked like, but I was this awkward, light-skinned, considered big, curvy, young lady, preteen, teenager. And it opened up a lot of bad doors for me. And that's where I created the Tyrone persona. But Tyrone was built out of unforgiveness, out of hurt, out of desperation of trying to protect myself and my peace. But as a result of that, it didn't really get me anywhere in life. And I let that really reshape my life. So now at 32, I'm trying to take away the narrative of what that I used to be and work on becoming the woman that I know I'm destined to be. But it has not been easy. Now, I said all that and shared something very intimate about myself to prove a point. If I can forgive a man, wholeheartedly forgive this man for someone who reshaped my life, then I know that there is hope for the next person who watches this video, that no matter what horrific or bad thing that you truly have been through, that you can really truly forgive and let it be. After all, if you really want to look at the definition of forgiveness, you remember how they had Jesus on the cross, how when he was carrying his own cross that he was going to be nailed on, how they spit on him, how they mocked and ridiculed him, how they laughed at him, how they treated him like he was the scum of the earth. And what he said on the cross after being nailed, he said, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." That is powerful. Now, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to even cap. Forgiveness is not easy. But unforgiveness just takes so much more work. It takes more work to hold on to that hurt and that pain that is simply, you just got to let it go. You know? And you know, actually, it's not that simple. But one of the things I've learned, that what you could do is you could go to God and say, "Hey, I want to move forward with myself and be forgiven of my transgressions and forgive those who wrong me. You know, let me fully be able to move forward without holding on to any of the pain, any of the hurt." Yes, people be knowing what they be doing. And I'm not saying that you are not justified to be upset about it or be hurt. We are human. But my brother, you can't hold on to it. It always ruins you. It ruins you in other ways. I'm a living witness to that. I am an example of that. You know, I had to really go to God and be like, "You know what, Lord, I want to be able to fully move forward without holding on to none of that stuff, because you said that vengeance is yours, Lord." But most importantly, for me to freely live my life, to know that this was just a chapter, but it doesn't make my whole story. And that is what's important. Did I have to go through it? Obviously, if it wasn't meant for me to go through it, I would not have. But what I created out of that, and what I was able to recognize what was wrong out of that, and to work on for the healing and peace of forgiveness of him and myself. That is just a chapter of my story, but it's not my story. Unforgiveness and holding on to that pain and strife is not your full story in life. You are so much more and so much better than the next person who hurts you. And I'm not saying, like I said again, that it is not justifiable to feel that way. But you're only hurting yourself for holding on to it. And to me personally, healing doesn't require reconnection, or it does not require you to forget what happened to you. But I do want to give this gentle reminder to you. Be at peace and know that there is never a testimony without a test. There's never a triumph without a trial. I feel like when you go through things like that, when you forgive and you know how to move forward, share your story. Don't be ashamed about it. I'm not ashamed about not a damn thing that I've been through, because it got me where I'm at today. My life I've had a lot of ups and downs, probably more downs than ups. A lot of that I created myself through acting like Tyrone. And a lot of it, unfortunately, I wasn't always dealt with the best cards. And I was given the tools to fail. Life gave me the tools to fail. God equipped me with the tools to win, but life gave me the tools to fail. I'm not using those tools. Have I picked them up before? Yeah. But I'm determined that God forbid, if I pass tomorrow, somebody look back at my life and be like, you know what? Her start may not have been the best, but she finished gracefully. And in the end, I want God to tell me, well done, thy good and faithful servant. I want my daughter to see that, yeah, I mean, may not, like I said, I didn't have the best start, but I had a better finish. I had the best finish. I learned from my transgression. I learned from my pain. I learned from my mistakes. And it made me a better person. Grief made me a better person. Unforgiveness made me a better, from unforgiveness to forgiveness made me a better person. Yes, in some ways life had to get a hold of me and whoop my behind a little bit, but I'm thankful for that too. Listen, ain't nobody exempt from no trials and tribulations and no pain, but we can get through this. Forgive. Let it out your heart, let it out your soul, let it out your spirit. Move on with your life. It was just a chapter. It's not your whole story. This is an episode of Taste Your Thoughts. Signing off. Peace.